What you got there, Ashley? Huh?
Bunch of hopefuls.
Okay.
Trying to ride your coattails.
On,
and here he is.
MP, my name is Jocelyn Davies, executive producer for Top Takes Daily. So nice to meet you.
It's a pleasure to meet you as well.
As I was telling Jocelyn earlier, we are open to any discussion involving one Shep Owens, but we do expect those questions to be respectful. And if you wish to move on quickly from any given question, we expect that desire to be honored.
And as I was just explaining to Miss St. Germain, this is a reputable program on $1 billion network. We take procedures and standards very seriously and will, of course, treat MP
No
with
snacks in the dressing room.
Oh, my gosh. I will take care of it.
Second day this week.
Got it.
Yeah.
It's done.
Chips,
$1 billion
cookies,
network.
crackers, popcorn.
Got
I'm
it.
not
Got
asking
it.
for
Thank
much.
you so much. 60 seconds.
Thank you.
Very reputable.
That's Stan right there.
We'll, of course, treat MP with the utmost respect and professionalism at all times.
Well, you guys have snacks?
Oh, yeah, we got snacks.
Hey, and I'm good. Let's do it.
Jocelyn, I mean it. Okay? This is not the day for Kendrick to try to go viral over anything. Are we clear?
Ash, like, loosen up a little bit. I can handle Perkins. That's no problem.
See? MP's a big boy. He can take care of himself.
Oh, of that I'm sure. But I can take care of myself. Okay, let's not forget that.
Okay. You ready to head a set now?
Yeah.
Let's head over. Everyone, I'd like to introduce MP.
Hey, how's it going? Sam Woods. Big fan. Nice to meet you.
Thanks, man.
Of course, you know JJ
My guy, good to see you.
and Kendrick.
Hey, what's going on, superstar?
Awkward. All right, you're going to sit right here adjacent to me. Thanks.
All right. Places, everyone.
All right, everybody. We're going live. Thanks for coming on the show. Here we go.
Anytime.
Just follow my radio. 5, 4, 3. And welcome back to Top Takes Daily. And for our next segment, we are joined live in studio by the guy everybody is talking about, our very special guest, MP. Welcome to the program.
My man, thank you guys for having me on.
Yeah, thank you for joining us. Now, I know this might be a sensitive subject, but I just want to get right into it. We all saw what happened on draft night.
Yeah.
But we haven't heard your side of the story. So I'm wondering, how does it feel to be on the receiving end of a mixed reaction like that on what should be the most enjoyable night of your life?
I mean, tell you the truth, I really wouldn't have noticed it if people like you didn't constantly bring it up. I mean, no offense, I'm really not trying to be combative here, but that's just my reality, man. Like, people cheer, people boo. You know, that's all a part of being an athlete. You know, it's really not a big deal as people are making it out to be.
MP,
What's up?
with all due respect, I'm not buying that for 1 second. This wasn't a road game in the playoffs. These were your hometown fans booing you off the stage.
Come on. Bro, with all due respect, but I really don't care. I really don't. That's just my truth right there. You know, I'm not gonna sit here and pretend to be something I'm not so you'll buy it. That's what I'm not gonna do. But people have been doubting me my whole life, and all I do is prove them wrong. Over and over and over and over again. You feel me?
Yeah.
So, like, this right here is no different. You know, they can boo me on draft night if they want to, but, you know, I tell you this, I'm making it impossible for them to boo me on the court, you know, because that's where it matters. That's all I care about.
MP, let's stay with the draft for a moment.
Mhm.
A big part of the reaction to your selection was the fact that Shep Owens, your biggest rival, was still on the draft board.
That's right.
But a lot of people think he has the higher upside due to his athleticism and the fact that he has loads of untapped potential as a relative newcomer to this game, whereas you've been trying to work on your skill set for the last decade plus. How would you respond to people who think you've got the higher floor but the lower ceiling?
I mean, look, Shep would be a great track and field player. I mean,
Wow.
all you gotta do is run fast, jump high, and you get a medal. You feel me what I'm saying?
Okay.
I mean, but if you wanna be the best hoop in the world, you gotta shoot, you gotta defend, you gotta you got to think at a high level, and Shep does not do that.
Oh, shots fired.
It's the truth.
Perk, I've been in MP's corner the whole time. But
Somewhat.
You don't think, come on now.
Come on, man.
You don't think Shep can learn those things?
JJ, man, honestly, I really don't. I really don't, man. I've been working on my craft for years, for decades at that. And my results speak for themselves in both wins and losses. I mean, what has Shep done so far? Other than filming his little reality TV show and going around shopping for chains, he ain't done nothing.
It's a good show.
Shit, come on, man.
It's more entertaining than his game.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But, I'm a student of the game. I've watched plenty of tape on this guy, and he just doesn't think on a high level, and he doesn't make game-winning plays. Simply put, not like I do at least. You can dunk from the free throw line, you can win the dunk trophy, whatever, but those guys winning that dunk trophy aren't the same guys winning a Larry O'Brien at the end of the season. And that's just facts.
MP, we keep it real on here. I got to ask you, man to man, how do you respond to Shep Owens calling you out on his reality show?
Oh, wow.
This dude took shots at you. He took shots at your family. He even took shots at your girl. What do you say to something like that?
I'm going to say this as calmly as possible. Because at the end of the day, it's disappointing to me. You know what I'm saying? I mean, to me, basketball is a place where you express joy. Yeah, I want to beat my opponent, don't get me wrong. So in the heat of the moment, words do get exchanged. But to talk about another man's family? Like, fam, I'm embarrassed for him. My man has a lot of growing up to do.
Well, what I want to know, and we want to know, the next time you two meet, are you going to exchange words? Are y'all going to exchange words?
I don't know. But I'm sure there's going to be a discussion, that I can promise you. I'm not expecting him to change his stripes. He is who he is. So when someone shows you who they are, you believe them. That's it. That's what my parents told me, and that's just how I live.
Well, this has been unforgettable, and I'd love to continue this conversation, but unfortunately, we are out of time. MP, thank you for joining us.
Wait, so that's it?
It's been a real pleasure. Yeah, and then we got to wrap things up, but you have been a tremendous sport, and we really appreciate you answering the tough questions. We wish you all the best, you and your family and your girl. Coming up next, we talk early season
got jokes,
contenders and pretenders, but first, this commercial break.
Well, we're still in the stage of the season where new teammates might not be in sync, RJ. How long do you think it takes for a team to gel?
What?
Come on, MP.
Outfield.
Keep getting after them, Coach. Love it.
Here's Collins from downtown. Nope, another miss. 0 for 2 to start the game. Outside Harden. Tucker with a screen on Jones. And Harden is good for 3. Harden's got 8 points.
Come on, that lefty stroke of James Harden, just so pretty.
Vassell outside. Pass to Johnson. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation there on the defense.
At the line for the Spurs, Trey Jones. At the line for 1.
I loved watching AI play. And then when I entered into the league, I was competing against them. If you grew up in the 90s or 2000, AI was the guy that just kind of changed everything for you.
And about 2 minutes into the first quarter here. And there's a 3-second call. This one on the defense.
At the line for the Spurs, Trey Jones.
And the technical free throw is good.
You have to admit, these are not the San Antonio Spurs of old. They're going through some growing pains right now, but you can already see that progress is being made.
Here's Collins. Collins a screen. Jones, the pass to Collins. And Collins with the slam.
Terrific placement on the bounce pass. Right where it needed to be.
The 76ers have gone 3 of 6 from the floor. This Spurs squad, Richard, is doing a lot with the pieces they have right now.
And that's just proof that their system works. Not that we needed any more after the last 20-plus years. They take young talent and they turn them into future stars, making sure that the franchise has a strong foundation that they can build on.
That's certainly a great history and legacy.
So far, rebounding has been a focal point for them.
Outside Jones. Takes one from 10 feet. From deep. Collins, no good.
He's looking pretty unsettled at the moment. Doesn't seem like he has a great feel for his shot.
To the paint. Out to Harris. And he was camped in the lane there. He gets a 3-second call. And the 76ers going with a whole new... here for San Antonio. Time called here. The 76ers decide to talk it over.
Keep getting after them, Coach. Love it.
about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. Inside. Here's MP, and there's a 3-second violation.
Those are the turnovers.
Spurs ball.
San Antonio trailing here. They've got MP, James Harden out there with Maxey. Then there's Tobias Harris, and it's Embiid in at the 5. That's the group in the game for the 76ers. And the ball goes out of bounds.
Head coach Doc Rivers earned the nickname Doc back in college for wearing a t-shirt with Julius Erving on it. In the NBA, he said, quote, "The first game I started was against the Sixers. I went over and said, Dr. J, how are you?" And he said, "Doc, how are you?" I said, no, I'm Glenn." But he said, "No, you're Doc." And that made me feel like $1 million, guys.
All right, thanks, Allie. And the shot goes down. And watching the 18th pick of the draft, MP, there was a lot of debate as to where he could get selected.
Yeah, there was a lot of film on MP, but not a real sense of his role. Teams like his intangibles, but weren't sure if the upside of taking him in the first round was there.
And Sohan gets it to go.
So good at keeping his balance through contact. Sohan showing some poise right there.
Harden against Jones. Parked it down low that time. Got hit with the 3-second call.
San Antonio ball.
The Spurs have got 3 of 6 shots to go here in the second quarter. Vassell outside. This one for 3. It's hauled in by the Sixers. Defeated by Milwaukee in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them.
I really didn't see much of an edge from them. A little more intensity could have gone a long way.
Yeah, you hate to be critical, but that's part of our job. You have to call it the way we see it. That night, they were flat.
And Spurs coach Greg Popovich last season moving into first all-time for coaching wins, Greg.
That's right, B.A. I mean, all those wins coming with one organization, the Spurs. Now, when he hangs up his whistle, he'll be in the conversation for the greatest coach in NBA history.
MP, the pass to Embiid, and it's going to be a 3-second call.
3-second violation. San Antonio ball.
San Antonio's gone 1 of 4 from three-point land here in the second. Here's Sohan. Chance there to take the lead, but a miss. The 76ers have gotten an impressive 6 of 8 shots to fall in the second. Harden, the pass to MP. Knocks it loose. Outside Johnson. Here's Sohan. No good on the 3.
That was a good possession. They got a clean look. The shot just didn't fall.
Harden. And Harden with the slam.
What an athlete Harden is. Gets off the ground so fast to hammer it down.
1:03 left to play in the first half of basketball. Down low. Here's Sohan. Nice pass. Nice catch. And a resounding dunk.
Oh, showing off that athletic ability. It's great watching Sohan finish with force.
Oh, doing damage above the rim. That was our AT&T 5G slam cam. Parked it down low that time. Got hit with the 3-second call.
Substitution on the court.
Pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. Sixers ahead. They lead by 4. And we'll be back right after this.
Hey, folks, let's get right to it. How about James Harden? He's having himself a game. He has been blistering hot in the first half.
Blistering hot. Kind of like Shaq after he tried to eat the Carolina Reaper chip. You remember that?
Hey, I told you I wasn't gonna make I'm not making a face, Ernie. I just had to cough a bit.
Yeah, I remember that, big fella. I thought we were going to have to call the world's biggest ambulance for you. Switching back now to the Philadelphia 76ers. They've been fighting it out through the first half of play.
Well, he came to play, I can tell you that much.
That does it for halftime. Let's get back to game action. Here's Brian Anderson with the start of the third quarter.
Second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game we've seen so far. We are seeing an outstanding game from James.
Substitution on the court.
So hard on your body. As a player, how do you determine the difference between being hurt versus being injured?
That's a great question, B.A. Look, sometimes as players, you need someone to protect them from themselves. Today's game, the teams today are so smart about protecting players that it really comes down to the players, the doctors, the team overall, just being smart and having a big picture about the injuries.
On the court for San Antonio, they've got Keita Bates-Diop, Isaiah Roby out there with Gabriel Deck. Then there's Devontae Graham.
They've shown the power inside. Their rebounding effort has been sensational.
Wall, the pass to MP. That one rolls around and rims out. San Antonio shooting at 32% from the floor. Not good. Here's Bates-Diop. Harrell defending. Pass to Roby. Here's Deck. Just 5 to shoot. No good there. That would have cut it to single digits. And here's Melton. To the inside. Here's MP. And he was camped in the lane there. He gets a 3-second call. Tucker's checked in. The 76ers. MP comes in for Tucker, and it's Niang in for Wall. And San Antonio with a change here too. Collins, he's checked in for Roby.
And they were really able to find the mismatches they wanted and exploit those all night. Great execution from the players and coaching staff for the 76ers.
I'd say the rim protection really turned things around in their favor.
Yeah, their defensive rotations have been superb. They've been trying to challenge every shot. I love their effort.
And so this win marks their first victory of the new year.
And with this one all but in the record books, they set the tone in the first of what will be only 2 meetings between these teams.
And as it was building, you knew this was a monster game for James Harden.
They couldn't have asked more from him, putting up this sick triple-double.
George Niang out there with MP. Then there's Shake Milton. Then it's Montrezl Harrell. And it's Melton in at the shooting guard. That's the group in the game for the 76ers.
Unfortunately for them, they're still going to come up short. You wish they'd shown this kind of fight earlier.
Too little, too late. That final score will look way closer than how this game actually played out.
Melton covers. Here's Roby. On target from range.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
In the modern NBA, you have to hit threes to win games, and they've made that adjustment since the break.
Harrell passes to MP. So no problem for Philadelphia as they get the win. This one was a fun one to watch. They were clearly in the driver's seat down the stretch.
They really were, B.A. They played with great intensity on both ends of the floor, and they didn't allow their mistakes to get the better of them.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. This is Brian Anderson saying thank you for tuning in. So long, everyone.
Saw you on Top Takes Daily, boss. You were great.
Run up on that boy, right in front of him. I just tapped his shoulder, so I know that he is touchable. And then I turned him to a pre-canned eating Lunchables. And as you know, it's unrefundable. When you should never feel uncomfortable. Don't waste any time, bro. Just do the job right, or you
It's a little bit cramped in here, isn't it?
Oh, well, we would be happy to have this meeting in your office, Ashley, but you have a strict no chairs policy.
That's right.
Yeah, and I'm with Milo on this one. I'm a big
Well,
fan
I'm just
of
saying,
chairs.
We're pro
you
chairs.
think that the the boss girl would have a bigger office. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
Nothing more, nothing less.
Should we go to hers?
No.
Then why don't we just start the meeting then?
That's a great idea. Yeah. Okay, so like Ricky told you, okay, we're gonna slow play the whole win over the entire city thing, but that doesn't mean we can't get started, all right?
Okay.
Since the narrative is a media invention, we think that steering the narrative through savvy use of the media should be our top priority.
I mean, that makes perfect sense.
Absolutely.
What's the plan?
We have a three-prong attack. Prong one, Lozo the Crown.
Yep.
Excuse me?
Lozo the Crown, government name Lorenzo Alexander, okay? He is by far the most influential fan of the team on Twitter.
By far.
And he is solidly, tragically, #Team Shep all the way.
There's that.
Yeah, he works at a corner store not too far from here. What? What's
You
that
said a
face?
corner store.
Yep.
What's wrong with the corner store?
Nothing.
Okay. Don't start thinking that you're better than people because you can put a ball in a hole.
You know what? You're right. You got it.
I know I'm right. Okay, so what you're gonna do is you're gonna walk over to the corner store, introduce yourself, talk to him, hit him with that MP charm that we all know and love.
Somewhere in there.
And pretty soon he's gonna be singing your praises on social media.
Yep.
Okay, so what are the other prongs?
Oh, I'm so glad you asked. Prong number 2, I've gotten in with Jake Duvall.
Let's go!
Okay.
For real?
Yes.
I love this.
Yeah, I know. He's like,
That is so tough. He's like the OG around here,
he's
man.
the last real movie star. He's, you know, the unofficial team mascot or whatever. Let's
He's awesome.
rein it in a little bit, okay? I pulled some strings. I got a meeting for the two of you to get together. We're going to see if he can boost your cred with the fan base. a
Ash,
little bit.
let's go, man. I'm a huge fan.
Okay.
Calm down.
Right?
Just a little bit.
Okay, gotcha. Sorry. Got a little hype.
Okay.
See that.
Third prong.
Third prong, we set up a puff piece interview for you with someone who can just throw you a lot of softballs.
Yeah, we're still setting it up, but it should be a piece of cake, something you can do in your sleep.
Okay.
No big deal.
Meantime, go introduce yourself to Lozo the Crown.
Yes.
At the corner store, right?
At the corner store, you got it.
I can do that.
Look, this guy's got an enormous fan base, and his engagement is through the roof. So,
Yeah, he's also got an 80% likability rating with people who identify as City fans online, so...
laugh all you want, but getting Lorenzo on your side is the only way you're going to deal with that problem with Shep you got.
Okay. All right. I hear you.
Yeah.
I will go see Lozo at the corner store. You guys want anything? Want some batteries, gum, Snickers,
Okay,
water?
just bring back that beautiful smile when you come back, and we can talk about next steps.
Hey, what's up, brother? By any chance, do you have any more Glacier Freeze in the back? I don't see any in the fridge out here.
For who?
For me, bro. I'm right here in front of you, man.
Yeah, I think we all out.
So if Shep would say you're selling one?
Nah, Shep's my boy. His money's no good here. Your money's also no good here, but for like the opposite reason.
Well, I didn't know y'all two were like that close. I never seen you two together.
Yeah, that's my mans. We like follow each other on social and everything. I'm Lozo the Crown. I'm sure you seen me.
Lozo the Crown. Yeah, I seen some of your posting.
I know. And Shep retweeted me a bunch too, so we good.
Okay, cool. So if I retweet you, could I just get the Gatorade?
Nah, bro. I don't want your weak game anywhere near my account.
My weak game?
Yeah, in fact, where you at? As of right now, you blocked.
Oh, come on, bro. You know there's more than basketball. There's just a 40-inch vert, right?
You know what's wrong with you? You got no backbone. You let people walk all over you.
Bro, I just want the Gatorade. That's it.
I'm not talking about me right now, bro. You see what Perk said about you?
Yeah, he always talks trash.
That's what I'm saying, bro. He says you're useless, and what do? Nothing. He says you have no upside, and what do? Nothing. The man says you're lukewarm garbage, and what do?
No, I got it. Nothing.
So you see what I'm saying there?
But I don't remember him saying I'm lukewarm garbage, by the way.
Oh, he said it. Look. This from this morning. I know I said MP was hot garbage, but I can admit I was wrong. This man not even hot. He's lukewarm garbage. Same stank, less heat.
Got it. I mean, I'm not gonna rile myself up over one man's opinions about me. That's not what I'm gonna do.
Look, bro, you can do whatever you wanna do. But you wanna know why we don't rep you?
Why?
That's why. You think Shep would let that stand?
I mean, Shep's gonna just talk.
Nothing wrong with talking if you can back it up, bro. But you know what? I don't think you can get it, because you're not one of us. You never will be.
Okay.
You going the wrong way. That's the fridge.
You know what?
What?
You're gonna sell me that Gatorade one day. I promise you that.
I don't think so.
I just got clowned by your boy Lorenzo.
Wait, what?
What? What happened?
Yeah. He refused to sell me a Gatorade because I wasn't Shep. And he called me a coward without a backbone.
Whoa.
Are you kidding me?
He's not wrong.
What?
You serious right now?
In a manner of speaking.
Would you like to explain what you mean by that?
Look, we all know that MP's not actually a coward, okay? But
Yeah.
he is under an intense amount of scrutiny on social media.
Yeah.
And when it comes to succeeding in the social game, Lozo the Crown knows more than most. MBAs mean very little in this space.
Excuse me?
If Lozo the Crown calls MP a coward, it doesn't mean that it's true, but it is an accurate reflection of how he's being perceived currently on social media.
By one person.
Okay, hold on. Let's just calm down and
With
take a
millions
step
of
back.
followers.
I don't want to be calm right now. That's the problem. My man disrespected me to my face and I took it. For what? A few followers?
Okay, forget about Lozo the Crown, all right? It was a good idea to speak with him, but it's clear that he's not actually going to be helpful to us, so let's find someone else to work with. Any ideas?
I disagree.
What?
And I'll take it one step farther. You know what? I'm glad he did what he did.
Are you?
What?
It lit a fire under you. Now, we need to respond.
No,
Okay?
you don't need to respond
You
to this.
send a few shots over Perk's way, and you show this Lorenzo kid what kind of a man you are.
Yeah, show him that you're a little baby that can't take criticism.
Or a man who fights.
He fights on the court, Ashley.
No. He plays on the court. Okay? And he lives in the city, and we're
Oh,
trying
does
to
he?
win in both areas.
Not in this way.
What are we doing here?
I don't know, I guess we're trying to take the low road. Is that what we're trying to do?
We all agreed that we wanted to win over people like Lorenzo.
People like
The
him.
skeptics, the haters. That's the whole point.
No, this is true.
No, Mila, you weren't even there.
I know I wasn't there.
No, I looked him in his face. I can't win these people over at the same time, like lay down.
Mm-hmm.
Great.
Great.
telling you
so
to lay
we
down.
hit back, okay? You tell Perk that you don't take criticism from washed-up, crusty old men.
That sounds
I like that.
exactly like Shep.
Well, people love Shep.
Yeah.
Some
Okay.
people.
Oh,
He's
gosh.
not Shep.
Once again, for those of you who are having trouble understanding this, that is the entire problem we're trying to solve here today.
All right.
Right?
Thank you, Ashley. I get it.
You're
Okay,
very
hold on.
welcome.
Wait. Maybe there's a middle ground. You know, we could say something like, we understand that he has content to put out, but
Yeah.
you don't care about the opinions of someone that's not in the locker room. You know, it's
Great,
more mature.
fine.
No.
I like
but,
that.
No. But I do care about the people that's not in the locker room.
Good. Yeah.
I care about the entire city,
You
fam.
want people to know
course you
that?
do.
Okay, well, at least this wouldn't make you sound petty.
No, it doesn't make you sound like a fighter
Well, I was just
either,
trying to
does
help.
it?
Ashley wants you to sound like a spoiled brat.
Wow.
So if that's the road you want to take, please be my guest.
At least I won't let him sound weak.
All right. It's enough. Y'all are here for a reason. And believe it or not, this is what I want. This right here. All these different opinions and options before I make a decision. Before I, MP, make a decision. This is my call.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna do what feels right.
So what you want to do, big man?
You know what? I like what you said about Perk needing to crank out content. So you know what I'm gonna say to that? I don't care what my game looks like to him. All I'm worried about is helping my teammates win. And that's it.
You know what? I love it.
There it is.
Type it, hit send.
Come on.
It's your call.
It's done. Done.
All right.
Good. Great. One last thing while I still have your attention. Shep has a much bigger online presence than you do, so we need to amplify this newfound discovery of a backbone. Next game, you do something highlight worthy, okay? Anything. And then post about it. Maybe with a little Shep shade thrown in. Yeah.
No.
you
That does
like?
not sound like me at all.
But it should.
But it doesn't. Okay, if you want to back up that tweet you just sent, just go out there and be yourself. Lead your teammates. Get the win.
That's it.
It's fine by me as long as he posts about it afterwards.
Whatever.
I do. I can do that.
All right, then. You know, I really got to say, I'm loving this whole team of rivals thing we got going on. Nice work today, and love the passion.
Good work.
Post about it.
I got you.
Yeah.
So let it be known, if you don't already, Pinayas have always been part and parcel, if not imperative and critical to the struggle. Filipinos are no strangers to wielding our own power.